Summers in Arizona are notoriously slow for the restaurant industry, but this year, the Devour Summer Chefs Series looks to help keep fine dining alive in the summer months. And to learn more, we welcome Chef Justin Beckett of Beckett's Table and Kimber Lanning of Local First Arizona. Good to have you both here. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
All right, Chef, let's talk Devour Summer Chef Series. What are we talking about here?
Well, a lot of fun. I mean, to start out, the chefs got together and we just said, how do we rally the troops? How do we have some fun in the summer? How do we entice people to come in and enjoy a great meal? And more so, really just experience something that is a very unique experience that's going to happen in our restaurants and the other chefs' restaurants.
How does it work between the chefs? How many chefs are involved?
So 5 chefs.
Yes.
And each one of the chefs will host a dinner and get a buddy chef with them. So I'll be cooking with Stephen Jones in my restaurant, and then I'll be going to Vertu and cooking with Gio in his restaurant later in the season.
Interesting. And you just kind of keep moving it once a month?
Once a month, yep. We're going to do them on Mondays. And, for me, the most exciting part was, I love playing with food in the kitchen with other chefs. So that's really the great part, and having a really intimate experience with these guests and having people show up and enjoy a great experience.
And Kimber, how did all this get started, the idea for this? Where'd it come from?
Well, about 18 years ago, there's a sort of a zine type of food article that came out that really placed Phoenix 49th on a list of culinary destinations, and I just wasn't having that. And I remember at the time there were several chefs, and we were so offended by this rating that we got, that we formed the Devour Phoenix Restaurant Coalition. And from that, we started the Devour Culinary Classic, which is 18 years strong at the Desert Botanical Garden once a year. Mm-hmm. And then we partnered with chefs on other types of events. And one of them is the 7 Chefs series. The 7 chefs worked together to make a meal at the James Beard House, James Beard being one of the highest rated culinary critics, I guess, across the country. And that grew into what we're doing now, is creating unique experiences with chefs. I would just say the culinary scene in Arizona is remarkable. And while we're focused on Phoenix, there's wonderful things happening all across the state.
Yeah, and it seems like it's been that way for a while. I mean, it just seemed as though people discovered
Yes.
Phoenix and Arizona a few years ago, a number of years ago. But it's like, we've always been here. Well, we've had pretty good stuff.
Remarkable, actually. We've had a long history of fantastic chefs that have won national and international awards. And currently we have just these incredible 5 chefs. They have such a camaraderie. And I know that anybody coming out to any one of these dinners is going to have an amazing experience.
Chef, talk about the summer and what the summer means to the restaurant industry. I know what it means to other industries. I know what it means to traffic. I know what it means to my health. I mean, summer is different in Arizona. How different for restaurants?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I think it's hotter. People generally eat less when it's hot. They want to eat lighter. But I think the biggest difference for us is that we just have less volume. And so we have to figure out different great ways of exciting people and getting them into the restaurants, hence a series or an event like this. And then, we just have to treat days a little bit different. You got to think about, do I light the fire as early? Do I create that much heat in the restaurant? You think about all these different kind of mechanical things, but then you also think about what the people really want. So we change our menus to be more, light food, or have, items that have more water content so that they refresh you.
Interesting.
And so just generally thinking about staying cool.
I never really thought, but you have to be careful though, because you want to make sure people know that you are known for X, and you don't want to lose X when you're busy serving Y.
Correct. Yes, and we have a joke that we sell more hot soup in the summer than we do in the winter, which is funny to say. But we obviously want to give people what we do best and what we're known for. But we also want to really keep in mind that we're trying to entice people to come in at a slower time of the year.
And when we talk about the slowdown in the summer for a lot of businesses around the valley and in certain parts of the state, how important to the Arizona economy?
Last year, 2024, they estimated $55 billion impact the restaurant industry has on the state's economy. And I'm really particularly proud of when we started Local First Arizona in 2003, there were 2 chain restaurants for every 1 locally owned restaurant, and today the opposite is true. There are now 2 locally owned restaurants for every single chain that's here, and I think that really is reflecting the growth in the state of Arizona and the taste of so many people who've moved here that want to have a unique dining experience.
Are you seeing more collaboration between restaurants, restaurant owners?
Absolutely. I wish we would have more collaboration around sourcing local food. We're advocating for that, and we do have several chefs who are working with certain farms that are here regionally. And also, during this time where we're talking about tariffs, I think it's really important that restaurants work together to source things like paper products and to-go materials that we may see some increase in pricing.
On the Summer Chef Series, is there going to be a focus on local ingredients?
Always. I mean, that's always our first question is, hey, who's growing this? Do you have a purveyor that's doing something awesome with this? And I already sent Stephen Jones a text, and I was like, hey, what do we want to do? How do we want to theme this? So when we think about dinners, we think about creating experiences for people that they can't get on an everyday basis. And so for me, that's whatever it is, leveling it up. Calling the local farmers, calling our local purveyors, and just saying, what do you have that's special? What are you not putting on a list somewhere? What can we grab and really feature and show off?
And I know Kimber referenced this, but I got to ask you: tariffs, threat of tariffs, concerns about they come, they go. You never know what's going to happen. How's it impacting you?
I mean, we're definitely seeing increasing in some pricing, and I think the thing that I go to sleep at night kind of thinking is like, I would like some stability with it. I would like to know kind of the path forward. But I think the main thing is we want to always treat the guests with respect and understand that the cash flow going out for expenses has to be made up somewhere, but we also want to be very cautious with that.
Yeah. Real quickly, Kimber, where do people go to find more information about this summer series?
DevourPhoenix.com. You can purchase a ticket. Again, one ticket is one purchase price, and you get all 5 dinners. However, you can go in with your friends. If you're an employer, you can give a ticket as an award for a great employee. So it doesn't have to be you yourself at all 5 dinners, but you do have to buy 5, one for each dinner.
And one for each month from May to September,
right.
right? All right. Good to have you both here. Thanks for
so
joining
much.
us.